Hey friend. Okay, so today I am trying to foil a wine glass. So a couple of weeks ago, I foiled a lamp base and I just loved it, and I had a little bit of foil left. So I'm attempting to do it on this wine glass. Now I'm painting the glass first because I want a white base underneath the foil. And this is an enamel glass paint. And so I'm just using my paintbrush. I put on 2 coats. Here I'm just holding the brush in order to get that straight line. Now once my 2 coats of white paint dried, I am now using the foil adhesive. So I'm putting it on the same way that I painted it. So I'm just using my paintbrush and I'm just going to coat it really well. I only used 1 coat, but I took my time and tried to make sure that it was coated really well, because this is where your foil is going to stick. So you let this sit for like at least 24 hours. Now, I am working down in my basement. It tends to be a little cool down there and humid, so things take a little bit longer to dry. Plus, I've got so many projects I feel like going on that I think I'll let this sit for 2 days, but it doesn't matter how long you let the adhesive dry, just at least make it be 24 hours. That's what I've been told. So after I get this brushed on, like I said, I'm going to let it sit for a couple of days, and then we are going to put on our foil. Okay, so like I said, I only had a little piece of the foil left. So I've got it laid down upside down, and I've got little things holding each corner. So I'm holding the wine glass. Now, like I said, the adhesive is now dry and it's really tacky. So I just hold it over the foil and just lightly set it down. And then I'm going to wrap each side around the glass. So this is a little bit tricky. You could have put the glass like upside down and then wrapped it from the bottom down. I honestly didn't know if I had enough foil to do it that way, but this is how I did the lamp base. I just kind of laid it down and wrapped it. It's not going to be a nice clean wrap. You're gonna have wrinkles, and you just work around it. It's not gonna mess it up. So I just pressed it on. Like I said, the bottom I just kind of wrapped and just made sure it was all sticking really well. And then I'm just gonna take a toothbrush, and I'm just gonna start rubbing the transfer on. And that's it, really. So you just rub, where it wrinkles, just go ahead and, try to kind of straighten it out right there as much as you can. And I like to take my time here. I keep rubbing, and then I will peel the foil back to see if it's, releasing, and then lay it back down. And also, when you have some transferred, and I'll show you in just a little bit, you want to make sure not to scratch the transferred design with your brush, because you will scratch the design. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you're careful. But here I am. I'm just going to keep rubbing it on, and we'll take a look every now and then, see how it's working, until I feel like it's nice and transferred. So as you're removing the foil back, if you see little spots, on the glass where the foil is missing, just lay it back down and scrub in that area. And then when you have taken the foil off of your surface, go back and look to see where any spots that may be missing a bit of foil. Now this foil, when I first started, this little piece actually had some pieces missing, I guess because I had handled it so much. But you can use a section of the foil where where you haven't used it, and lay that part down and just camouflage it. It just fills right in where it's missing a spot. So you would look for, well, it's always nice to have a little extra piece, but I just look for a spot on, whatever what I had left on this foil. I just looked for a spot that I could use and lay it down and fill in different little areas until I was happy with how it looked and I felt like it was all filled in. So here it is. It's all nicely transferred on, which I really love this. So I'm gonna take a little soft brush here and I'm just brushing off any loose flakes of foil that get on there. I don't really know what causes that. It's kind of like gold leaf. When I gold leaf, there's always some little extras on top of the surface. So after I did that, I had some little pieces out on the rim of the glass as well. And so I'm just using tape to pick that off. Even just trying to wipe it off with a paper towel and alcohol, it just wouldn't come off. The tape works the best. So I'm just gonna go all the way around the rim and just take off any flakes of the foil that came off. And then I'm gonna tape it up completely because I'm going to get ready to seal it and then resin it. So just take your, I just try to line up my tape with the edge of the foil at the top and then go all the way around. So to make the sealing process a little easier, I am going to use my spinner. So I'm putting in the foam and in the wine glass. I'm having to put some paper towels around it to make it fit a little more snug. And then I'm gonna put it on the spinner, and then the first thing I'm gonna do is actually use decoupage medium. I mean, you can use any top coat, but I've gotten to where I like to seal my projects before I pour resin on them. It just seems to kind of level off a little bit better. So anyway, here I am. And like I said, this is decoupage medium. You could use a polyacrylic, anything clear. So I'm just gonna brush this on, and then I'm gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna pour some resin. Okay, my top coat has dried, and so now I'm gonna mix up epoxy resin. It comes in two parts, okay? There's a part A, which I'm pouring in now. And so I'm just going up. This is a little silicone cup. It's marked, I think I went up to 10 milliliters maybe. And now with the part B, which has to be the exact amount, I went up to, if I went 20 with part A, you got to go to 40 with part B. And then you stir it for at least 3 minutes, or however read the manufacturer's instructions. I go at least 3 minutes before I start pouring. So now I'm just gonna, you can either drizzle it out, pour it out. Now I've got it on the spinner, so some of it did kind of pour down before I could get it smoothed out. So I'm just gonna kind of go up and down with it in thin lines, and then I'm gonna just end up using my hands to smooth it out. So as it spins, I just, like I said, I'm just using my fingers to smooth it out. Resin is self-leveling, so you really don't have to make sure it's actually smooth or anything, but just make sure that there's not a spot that you've missed. So you can keep going back, you can pour a little bit more. Make sure you have good lighting so you can tell if you've missed a spot. And so once you get it all spread out, then you're going to take a heat gun and pop any bubbles that might have formed on the surface. So as the glass spins, I'm just moving my heat gun up and down. until until I've popped all the bubbles, and I just kind of go all the way around. Again, good lighting here is very helpful. So before I leave the glass to spin and just cure, I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape from the top. I could have waited a little while. I was just afraid I would forget. So I'm just going to carefully remove the tape. That way, once your resin cures, it's a little bit hard to remove it. Sometimes it'll get kind of stuck in the resin. So if you can just remove any tape beforehand, before it cures, it's just going to be a lot easier for you. So I'm just going to turn the spinner back on. I'm going to let it spin for a few hours, and then I'll turn it off and just let it cure overnight. So here it is, all finished. I did go back and pour a second coat of resin just to get it really smooth. Here is the other side. I just love how this turned out. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you soon. Bye.